I do.
Rolling.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
We can do the Limp Bizkit talk.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. L-I-M-P, Biscuit is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air.
Cause if you don't care, then we don't care.
1, 2, 3, and times 2 is to the 6.
Joseph, for your fix.
So that Limp Bizkit mix.
So where the f*** you at, Paul?
Shut the f*** up.
And back the f*** up while we f*** this track up.
Dun 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 dun.
Are you ready?
And that's the intro. If you want to join our nerdy metal community, hit the subscribe button. For comments or questions, hit us up at worshipattributenerd@gmail.com. This week on the show, it's part 2 of Steve Tinnon and Paolo Galang from Within the Ruins, and we riff about wrestling and new metal.
Worship and tribute, nerd.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael, a.k.a. Rickshaw, and this is Worship and Tribute Nerd, the show where metal dudes nerd out. Okay. Anyways,
that still isn't old.
Right now, we had to end another one. We were on a roll. We were just riffing.
Call us butter, dude.
And,
we were on a roll.
You know, we had to end it because it was going like an hour. But we're going to do another one.
We're going to do another one because this
and
is
we're going to
sick.
end this one
We're locked
with
in.
some wrestling, too. So, a Royal Rumble, you know what I mean?
Dude, I mean, I'll rumble.
No, we're not going to wrestle on the floor ourselves.
Dude, I brought the baby oil. I brought the baby oil.
It's easier with the oils.
Dude, I brought the baby oil.
It's slip and slide. It's slip and slide.
But I'm here with my co-host, Fuzz.
Hey, guys.
And also with Tim and Paolo from Within the
Tim.
Ruins.
Did you just
Oh my God, I said Tim!
He just called me Tim!
No.
It's done! We're done! It's over!
Steve,
It's over!
sorry.
You are leaving that.
What a f***ing asshole!
I apologize.
Oh my
I
God!
apologize.
I hope Tim
Hey,
watches this.
He's not even in the
Guys,
band
You
anymore.
can see where I f***ed this
Dude,
up, you know?
dude, he's a
I've
Are you
known
leaving
Tim
this
Okay,
in
but
for
we're
a-
keeping this in, though.
Yes.
Yes, this
we'll
will be.
leave it.
This is
I
totally
apologize.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Because
Shout
I
out.
gotta look at like all the comments of like, new dude's cool, but I miss Tim. But I gotta look at that shit all the time.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah, I said
and
that
that's
too.
fine.
Dude,
'Cause
I
Tim's my
totally
friend.
apologize.
And
you
Tim's
know?
my friend too, so it's
Right.
not like
Right,
it's not like it's a slam.
No,
Also, it's a
all.
backhanded compliment.
Well,
Also, shout out Tim Gorgon.
Shout out,
Love you, dude.
Tim, I love
Shout out
you.
Tim.
You know I love you, and I tell you all
Also,
the
shout
time.
out
No,
Ever
yeah.
Black Tattoo Company,
He's like,
Brooklyn, New
yeah,
York.
Tim's my friend too, but like, for saying that.
you, bro, like, don't you know
The first time
I
meet
thought you
you
were gonna go into like a joke somehow, but then you
Me
were
too.
completely like.
Yeah, he was in
That's why.
character, dude.
That's
Tim
why I
from
looked
Within the
over,
Ruins.
and you were
And
like,
then you were
this,
like. He's just a gradual.
Bro, I'm the singer of Within the Ruins. How dare you talk to me that way?
I apologize, Steve. But you know what? That's
And
not
shout out Tim Gorgon.
But that's not the worst thing I've seen happen. I've seen my friend Thomas Eric, who played in Fall of Troy. I've seen his first show with his new band, and he said, "Thank you, everyone. We are
Paolo Troy.
Paolo Troy."
Wow.
And I was like,
That's still not
what
as
did
bad,
that
dude.
guy say?
Oh.
And then, you know, because I didn't know him at the time. It was the first show. And then he's like, oh, shit. I just said my old band's name. You know, like,
I did, I did it one time
Paul
too.
Troy was probably tight as f***. So.
I mean, yeah, they were.
I did it one time too. In like 2010, I was filling in. You guys remember that band American Me?
Yeah.
Dude, we are American. Yeah, dude. Yes,
Back in the STM days, they were homies with us too, and they asked me to fill in for a tour. It was the American Dream Tour, and FTFD was headlining. It was for the Fallen Dreams. American Me was direct, and it also had Sovereign Strength and Hell Followed With. Oh my God. Blind Witness was supposed to be on it, but they had passport issues. Who am I missing?
Oh,
Who am I
yeah.
missing? I think I'm
My
missing
Chubb
one
just went
band.
sick to midnight with that For the Fallen Trains.
Grin
bro.
wasn't on that.
No,
was
it wasn't Grand. That was you're thinking American. You're thinking Grand Slam.
Grand Slam. We were.
I think I'm missing a band, but anyways, so I filled in on that that whole run, which was really cool because it helped STM out a bit, and I met cool contacts and
Right.
some friends that I just know now from it. But there was a night I did it. I forget what city it was now. We're 11 years ago, but I said the wrong name, and you know it happens. Like we're
Right.
just dudes. Like we're not gonna be perfect. But
Right.
but I said the wrong name, and I got booed a little bit. And I was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry, whatever. And they were like, no, say the right city. And some dude, though, was like, he's like, if you let me spit in your mouth. And he was like, it was like a pretty high up stage. And so I was like looking down on him. He was like, if you let me spit in your f***ing mouth, we'll forgive you. And I was like, whatever, dude, I'm sorry, I messed up. Do it. And he spit, and I caught it. And he's like, all right, we're good. We're good. Let's go, baby.
He literally spoke for the entire room.
He did. Dude spoke for the whole room, and they liked the rest of the set.
If you get COVID, bro, we're good.
Also, you're immune to COVID.
I'm immune to COVID because I got spit in the mouth by some dude in 2010 in some city that I'm.
And if you've
true.
ever gone
You
to the
got big
bathroom,
balls, too.
do I need to name venues? If you ever gone to the bathroom and enter venue here,
Venue
you're
X,
fine.
yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You can,
Canoga
maybe.
Park, any of those places out that way.
There's plenty.
Remember old
CBGBs.
emos bathrooms?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
do.
God.
White
Some
rat,
dude
old emo,
pissed on-
old emo, old
Dude,
white rabbit bathrooms. used to suck.
I had to get somebody. So White Rabbit's like my favorite venue in
You're welcome.
the state of Texas.
What?
I'm all taking credit.
They're closed now, aren't they?
Well,
No, it's the Paper Tiger.
It's
yeah.
Paper Tiger, but
Paper
Paper
Tiger.
Tiger did shut down for a little bit. I think they're shut down right now. Obviously,
They
no
didn't
shows
do
are
metal
happening.
shows for a long time,
Yeah.
and then they
started-
realized
they
that
started
like,
bringing them back.
metal shows were where it's at. I
Yeah.
guess we got to do
Dude.
it. Well, you should have.
Yeah, you should
man.
have just not stopped because
I have-
every touring band loves the White Rabbit.
Dude, yeah, I
Crowd.
fucking
They changed
love the White Rabbit.
everything. They made it like better inside.
Oh, yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was everyone's favorite shithole. You know
Dude,
what I
it
mean?
was.
Yeah.
But every one of
Why
my
would,
favorite
how dare
venues.
you make this better inside?
I
Yeah,
skinned
I
my
know.
knee in there. Take me to the hospital, please. Right quick.
Just real quick, I don't have long. I don't have long. I don't have long.
One of the-
I don't have long. I
One
don't
of
have
the
long.
first times we played there, they were like, "Oh, you're in the band." And we're like, "Yeah, man, we're in the band." He's like, "Oh, hold on," and he rolls one of these like Coca-Cola coolers out, and he's like, "Oh, y'all get all this Lone Star."
Oh, the
And
kind
we're
of
like,
the tall ones with
Yeah.
the ice.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, no, this each band gets one of these," and I was just like,
Yep.
like these are ours."
Yeah.
And he's like,
What do you
"No,
mean?
no,
This
it
is
is."
for
And he's
me?
like, "But
For me?
The sandwich.
am I going to get thrown in jail?"
I love you, man.
I love you, man. That's
full
for
of
me.
full of chip sandwiches.
I wish. No, but it was Lone Star Tall Boys, and I was just like, okay, all right.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, Rabbit was dope, man. Shout out Jen. Shout out Jen.
Jen Holt.
Jen and Erica. Shout out
Yeah.
Twin Productions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out Rabbit.
Yeah,
Shout
bro.
out Rabbit.
White Rabbit was so sick.
The bathroom was disgusting as well.
They're
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot better now. They're because they're
That's
not
not cool.
they're inside now, but they're outside. It's not cool.
Oh,
You
like
gotta have a shitty
we have
bathroom.
a trough now.
Yo, is that
It's a
pizza
giant-
spot still there?
No,
Man,
Hasn't
that
been
that's
for a
that's
while.
a
That
that's a
was-
bar now.
It's a bar now.
It's called Rumble.
The bar actually is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but
it's
that
not-
pizza
it's-
joint was
the
that
pizza joint
spot
was-
was
Dude,
tight.
there's
sick.
Stromboli's though.
Yo, bro.
Those
Yo,
calzones.
yo,
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stromboli's.
Dude, I thought
Sorry.
you were Italian, bro. I didn't, but
What?
Whoa, hey, allegedly.
allegedly Italian.
My name is
Wait,
Italian.
No.
Yeah.
Is it?
Paolo.
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 Hey,
Paolo.
Babadaboopy.
What about the Greek place? Is that still across?
Demos.
Demos still
I think is
across,
still
yeah.
a thing,
They're
right?
still there.
I think it's still
Probably
open.
still smells like
survived.
shit.
Yeah.
Probably.
Those places are disgusting.
Dude, I remember
Tzatziki.
back
Put
when
the
I
balls in it.
back when I was a straight edge kid, like in high school, I went to go see August Burns Red before they were before they were big at all.
Yeah,
and I showed up
Messengers,
kind of early.
sick album.
I think the best one. I think
Yeah, that China symbol. Anyway, sorry, go on.
just yeah. But I remember I saw them. I think they were at Demos, and a couple of them were having a beer, and I was like, oh, no way. I was kind of heartbroken inside because like I was very into like straight edge bands and like
Yeah.
Christian metalcore and stuff, and I was like, no, they can't drink.
No.
You can't have these conflicting values. How dare you? But now I'm like, whatever.
Right.
Do your shit. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, we all sin a little, you know? There's not one
Dude, I went to
person
Catholic
that-
school,
that-
bro. I
We're
gotta
not
get out of hell
perfect.
free card.
You earned it.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
did.
anyone who
It was the
didn't do
worst.
anything bad for their whole life probably just murdered someone at like
Yeah.
25.
At some point,
to
they just
30,
Dude,
you
they're
know?
miserable.
they just blew up. They're like, this is
Yeah.
too much.
They were like, I'm gonna kill my mom.
I can't live this way.
As they sneezed.
Yeah. Yeah. Or they had bad service one day at a restaurant, and they're like, I'm gonna go home and kill my dad.
What? At a restaurant? It's Buffalo Wild Wings. Right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It was Buffalo Wild Wings.
But yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Where were we at? I don't even know.
New metal.
New metal.
You called me Tim.
Oh,
It stemmed
shit.
from there.
All right.
It kind of did.
Dude, I can't believe
sorry.
you.
Let's
It's the type of thing, you
let's-
know. I've
it's-
known Tim for.
Oh
a
yeah,
really long
that
time.
is where it would, because
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
turned into like, hey, I f***ed up on stage too.
Right. Yeah,
That is
so,
how we
yeah,
got there.
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It is-
That wasn't even a
and then-
jab. I was just spitting
And
facts.
then,
though.
then somehow we got into the White Rabbit, which is tight as
Yeah, that is tight.
Yeah.
So you know what? We should get back to what we were talking about at the end of the episode. We kind of pick up from there.
I don't even
Let's pick
remember
up
You
where
where
it
we
was.
left off.
had like more wrestling to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, we
and,
just
like-
finished.
We just
our,
finished
like,
we didn't
favorite
go
from like the
favorites.
WCW.
We didn't go
and WWF.
WWF.
No, we didn't even touch WWF. Let's start there.
Ooh, okay.
Let's start
Let's
there.
start on that side of the table.
Okay. I think we kind of each did like 2, so we can
Yes.
do like our favorite.
Yes.
You know, I'm just a sexy boy, man.
Really?
You're icy.
Ooh.
Icy.
I'm not your boy toy, you know.
Yeah, you are.
Boy, toy.
So icy. So icy.
And I'm not saying that because he's like San Antonian either.
He is San Antonian, yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be like, yo.
Did his eye get worse over time? Am I an ass for saying that? It looks like his one eye got cocked more.
You
so.
look like you need some sweet chin music right now.
Fair enough.
I mean, we're gonna get canceled.
Dude, I love Shawn Michaels, dude. I
Yeah.
think Shawn Michaels is great.
I know
dude.
him. Think I'm cute.
I mean, I wasn't never a big,
sexy.
I wasn't a huge Shawn Michaels fan, but you know, he was there. You know,
Now, Generation
He
X
wasn't just
Shawn
there.
Michaels was
Okay.
tight as
True,
Yeah,
I
true,
mean-
yes. But then he also did he was like on the corporation side where he
Yeah.
like was out of DX for a little bit, and he was like Triple H's foe, and
Biatch, basically.
and he was like on the side, like, so I have my buddy's WWE network, so I'm kind of like, I was like, I should start at some point, and
Which he doesn't pay for.
I don't. Shout out Alan.
Yo, Alan. Appreciate you, Alan.
Love you, buddy.
shout out
Appreciate you,
other
Alan.
people's accounts.
Go
Wow.
to Rebel in San Antonio, Texas. It's actually a dope seafood spot. He's like the head chef over there downtown. It's actually
nice.
pretty dope. Rebel, San Antonio, Texas.
Oh yeah.
That's the most random shout out I think I did. I didn't see that one coming.
No.
Take me there.
Dude, he is like an amazing chef.
there. But he is. He's.
Do you remember?
A really good
remember when
chef,
he
though.
used to work at Hot Joy?
Yes, I do.
Dude, that food was so good.
Hot
Is
Joy
that your
was dope.
knee?
Yeah.
Is it, oh, man.
So so I have his WWE Network info, and so I've been watching. Like a month or so ago, I went back to. I was like, I need to start at some point. I want to kind of go back into that timeline, and I went to the Rock Bottom pay-per-view. I think it was 97 or 98. I can't remember off the top of my head. But then I watched that, and then I started doing like the Monday Night Raw from the next day, and then I kind of just kept going and going. And so that's about where I'm at in the starting point. But it's very much like The Rock still has like long sideburns, not the short ones yet, but he's still
wearing
long.
the crazy.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the
shirts.
shirts,
Yep.
the flamboyant
Like,
shirts.
When
And,
he was
The
skinny.
it was like Stone Cold and Undertaker had that Buried Alive match.
Oh my God.
And it was Mankind and Triple H had the Hell in a Cell. This was post
The
Mankind.
best Hell in the Cell ever.
I think like if it is, it's going to be a smidge better than Mankind and Undertaker's Hell in a Cell where he
one
gets
was-
thrown off.
That is
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
best one.
That's-
Let's be
Yeah,
real. That's
super
the best
iconic.
That one is the most iconic because I think there's most iconic imagery and like his tooth coming out of his lip, the
smiling.
thumbtacks,
Yeah.
and everything, all of that. He gets carried out of the stretcher, but then he just gets off, comes back. But the one with him and Triple H, very great match. Very great match. He arguably on the same level of intensity because he has the flaming 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire. Great match, dude. My whole point though is that era I think is just such a really good golden era was cool, 80s stuff, but it wasn't as dark and violent and you couldn't get away with as much then.
Yeah.
And then what's going on now is a little too commercially and
Right,
kid friendly. They're kind of leaning back into some of that dark gritty stuff a little bit.
I feel
But
like-
Attitude Era I think was that perfect.
Right.
You could get away with a lot. The wrestlers were bleeding all the time. You could use chairs.
Well,
Dude, the old
Also
school
with,
hardcore matches were
Those
incredible.
hardcore matches.
With COVID and stuff, I feel like since they're all focused on just what's happening on TV or whatever, it's gotten, I don't know, it's gotten weirder to the point of
a little bit because it's awkward because you don't have fan interaction.
right.
So
And
it's
then-
it's a lot of
and then
silence.
they're doing at WrestleMania they had clips to where it was just it wasn't a match, it was a f***ing psychic battle. You know what I mean? It was a straight X-Men scene where
Oh God, I love those
the
movies.
creepy dude fought Undertaker, and it was this mind graveyard match thing going on. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's I feel like when it goes live again, it's we might get grittier and
We
go
might.
back to
We
that
might come
place,
back to
you
it.
know,
We'll see.
so.
So Shawn Michaels. Do you have a second or no?
Man, not off I was bigger in the WCW
Yeah, me
than
too.
the
Oh,
WWF.
Oh, dude, I was
man.
huge.
Yeah.
I'm fixing to drop some names.
Dude,
in a
okay, I'll
second.
get there with you probably then.
I'm
You
gonna
gonna
drop
go there
some
with
fucking
him?
names.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like we gotta switch
Oh,
seats
yeah.
then.
Right. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
I'll take you
so,
there.
I think it's almost a cop out to say The Rock. I think everybody loves The Rock.
Dude, but when The Rock first came in and was just like this dickhead that didn't care about what anybody
Yeah,
said.
that's kinda
dude,
why-
he was
Doesn't
kinda
matter what you say.
badass.
No, he was, and I love him.
But then
I still love Rock. Like post Rocky Maivia, like nobody really gave a shit.
Nobody cared about him,
Nobody cared
right.
about him. But when he turned into like The Rock, and he got out of when he was with Farouk, and then what was it, the Nation of Domination?
Mm-hmm.
Once he left that, I was like, dude, he's clearly the superstar of that group. Like once he left that and started doing his own thing, that's when The Rock, like I think, really began.
Go
And
solo,
then-
man. People love it.
Exactly.
They
So
don't like bands anymore.
once he cut his hair, then I'm like, oh, all right, I dig you.
Right.
So I think that's an easy answer, but it's not. And I love him as a human being now. I love
Right.
his movies, and I just
Right.
love The Rock. I love The Rock. That's great. But I think besides him, I have to say Stone Cold is my favorite.
Yep.
My
Yeah, dude.
absolute favorite.
Shout out Victoria, Texas.
Shout out Victoria,
That's
Texas,
right.
and Broken Skull Ranch.
Yep.
Have you tried that IPA? The Broken Skull IPA? It's pretty dope. It's not hazy though. It's a little bit darker and bitter, but it's very well bodied, and it's not super heavy. You might like it.
I like a nice body.
Shout out to all sommeliers.
Yes, well, yeah.
Tight.
And then a very I used to wrestle with this, pun intended, in my head. God, dude,
Fucking got him.
you know I like my wordplay, dude.
Yeah, you were a vocalist. I know.
And a lyricist and a writer. A Taker. I think Taker would be a very close second. Very
Right.
close second is Taker. I mean, the legacy is untouchable.
Dude, his
There's-
intro is the greatest intro of all time. Mm-hmm. And
Quite extravagant.
what?
It is, but nothing.
Sting?
Not a sing. No. Pfft, I'm gonna poo-poo that.
You're gonna.
No,
Hollywood
nothing. No.
Just kidding.
No, nothing. I think I actually even tweeted this before. Nothing touches that feeling you would get, that level of hype you would get when that glass broke and Stone Cold started walking out.
Yeah, you know what?
Nothing
man.
would. The lights might turn off, and you don't know if it's going to be Undertaker or Kane, but that was
dude-
sick because it was like a nice, dark, cool, demonic, choir, evil intro. Like, that was dope, and I loved it. I'm all about it, but nothing made you as hyped as when that glass broke, and you saw him
True.
storming down the ramp and, like, cussing and throwing fingers and
Right.
like,
And the
Right.
jorts, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, nothing
Yeah.
made you feel that
Jorts.
way.
The
And I
jorts.
think that's a very important
beer.
thing.
I'll give you that. However, whenever Undertaker, the lights would go out, and then Undertaker would be in the ring face to face with whoever was.
Those
he
were
came
good
out.
when the lights were
That
off.
was sick.
He'd already be in the ring.
And
Yes,
he
but
would
that
already be
wasn't
in the-
every time.
Not every time, no. But his intro still is like
It's the
okay, so
this is the Office versus Parks and Rec debate.
I'll
The
give you that,
consistency of Stone Cold makes up a perfect thing every time for. See, this is what he's saying. He's like,
This is why I brought him.
Talk
Yeah.
to Steve about wrestling. The consistency of Stone Cold's glass breaking intros versus like Takers were good, but they were all like set up like WrestleMania style intros where it'd be like, okay, now it's Undertaker's
Right.
turn, and it'd be like 10 minutes before he gets in the ring and the match starts.
Dude,
But like Stone Cold's would be like,
and then that motherfucker's running, yeah.
and he's running. He's
Right.
like, and then
Triple X was Triple X. Like,
Triple H's.
Triple H. Triple X.
His were good.
Yeah.
Shout out Vin
Vin
Diesel.
Diesel.
Shout out Vin Diesel.
And X-Pac.
Shout
And
out
X-Pac.
Ice
Oh,
Cream.
dude, X-Pac was a shit. Dude, his was sick. But Triple H, dude, his
Triple H
was
did
pretty
it,
sick.
'cause he had
Time to play the
bikes.
game, dude.
Time to play.
You know what I
the
keep thinking
game.
of though? Every time you say like glass breaking, I think
What?
of that part on that Puff Daddy song. Broken glass everywhere. And you hear that noise. You know what I'm talking about?
Jesus.
No.
He's like,
I have no. Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure. Nah.
can't nobody take my pride.
All right,
Oh,
man.
no. You know
That's
what I'm
dumb.
talking
So
Okay,
let's
that-
go.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next.
So-
What's
Yeah.
yours?
Oh, me right with my
Yeah.
Puff Daddy Mace
Yeah, dude.
reference.
Yo.
Dude, Mace was the shit.
I
He's
got
me.
you.
He's got me.
Dude,
Me and him just got really into it right now, and you come out of left field with Puff
I'm like,
Daddy.
what about Puff Daddy and Mace though?
You're like, nah.
It feels so good. and then Mace would just rap. Yeah.
Dude, Mace was the shit, dude.
Yeah, but it's okay.
all
All
right.
right,
so-
point taken. All right.
yeah, you guys win. on
Rock,
that.
Stone Cold, Taker, but
All right.
Stone Cold at the top because
What
the
you got?
Rock's the given. Go.
I mean, I was always WCW, but like I couldn't honestly. Now that you've brought some WWF up, and I know the difference. Sure, yeah, Rock, Stone Cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I think
but-
that it's you're not gonna have dudes like that
right.
anymore.
But other than that, I was Stone Cold WCW person. So,
Okay, when he
I
had,
was
like,
the
hair
NWO,
and-
stuff like that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Did my pun like things up because was Stone Cold an older wrestler back in?
Yeah,
WCW?
he used to have
Yeah,
long hair.
Yeah, he had a flat top and
Shit, I didn't even know that. See, I
Yeah,
fucked
like
that up
baby
with
face.
my
It was-
pun.
so he actually played football. He played football at UNT. in Denton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
he was
tight.
a bad motherfucker.
yeah,
And
I
he
think,
still
if
is
anything-
just a bad
He still
motherfucker.
is. If anything, his time just got cut short because he had too many injuries. And
Wait,
that?
his knees
he
were
got
horrible.
yeah, he had that brace on all the time for a reason, and
You guys
like
remember
those
at the beginning,
braces.
he could have been like he could have been doing what Triple H is doing. He
Right.
could still be.
making millions
Smashing.
of dollars.
like
Yeah.
early last year. Remember whenever like there was a lot of political shit going on and like movements
he
happening,
was
and
commenting on
he was
everything.
just, like, tweeting shit, just
I
going
love it.
off on people.
Yeah.
like
Dude,
fucking-
Stone Cold 2024, bro.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Dude.
Dude, that'd be dope.
I'm bad.
Stone Cold and The Rock.
Dude, get
As
them
The Rock
together.
as the vice
But-
president, dude. How sick would that be?
I don't know who would be president though. That's what I'm saying.
Camacho.
Between Camacho.
Who were we talking to yesterday that was like Terry Crews and The Rock should
Yeah.
be president? We were talking about that.
Who was that?
Go away, I'm baiting.
Go away, Biden. I like money.
Was it Jeremy? Was it It was Josh Collard, wasn't it?
No, I think it was Jeremy.
Okay, maybe it was.
Secretary of Defense, though, Rey Mysterio. Just 619, everybody.
Oh, damn.
Dang,
The
good
Hurricane
call.
Rana.
That move is so sick.
Tight as
I've always wanted to do that on someone.
I used to do it to pillows.
But I was afraid. I would powerbomb pillows.
Yeah.
You say?
You said, little kid. I don't know what you said.
I said
but
you
it
wearing
spoke to me.
panties. Oh yeah.
Oh, no. You got a thong on?
Oh yeah.
What the say?
You say?
So
Yeah,
you're-
yeah, I'm wearing
Yeah,
a
we're
thong.
not. Yeah.
You say?
That's a thing that
Oh yeah.
That is the thing.
That we'd say.
We've run that one.
Zach came in like all late, and you were at the bar already, and you were like, "Hey, get over here and grab a beer, you fucking idiot!" And then like from across, like from the entrance, he would just yell out. Everyone stared at him. He was all, "The you say?" Just really loud.
What you say?
Everyone just like turned around. They were like,
Huh? No, none of y'all. This is an us thing.
"This isn't us."
This is an us thing.
Anyway, WWF, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's you?
Yeah.
They use-
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Thong.
Wearing a thong.
I know you are.
Yeah, right.
Mine.
Right.
Mine.
Yeah,
the
hit me with the knowledge. Let's go.
The Road Dog.
Jesse James,
Jesse James, dog.
but not the badass Billy Gunn.
Not the bad. I liked Badass Billy Gunn whenever he would smash guitars over people's head.
No, that's Jeff Jarrett, dog.
No, Badass dude, he would smash.
He would steal a guitar from Jeff
and
Jarrett.
smash him in the head, bro.
Well, yeah. But where did he get the guitar?
Oh, good call. No, Badass Billy Gunn was the shit. This motherfucker.
Was anyone a Steiner fan?
All dick.
Yeah, the
Rick
fucking
Steiner?
Rick Steiner.
Yeah.
Both the Steiner brothers were the shit.
Dude,
Dude.
yeah. That's
Big
Those are
Papa
like-
Pump,
That
dude.
dude looked like
and his
or
fucking
something.
bicep would be like
Yeah.
a
It
10
was
inch
a-
tall.
Oh, dude,
damn.
what was his
baseball
move?
on
The
that.
fucking Steiner recliner, dude.
Yeah.
That shit was
Oh,
dope.
that chain metal he was.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, he could have started a business.
And
with
then
that.
I mean,
With that goatee.
and then of course, the English Bulldog was the man. Dude, he was the shit though. Like for what it was, he was kind of an asshole.
Definitely
I liked
an
him.
asshole.
I'm just name dropping because I watched that shit religiously. Like
So
that
did I.
shit was
So did
was
I,
the
yeah.
shit.
All right, did anyone like the Hardy Boys at all?
I love the
Hardy
Hardy
Boys
Boys.
are dope.
And
Okay.
then what was the chick? What was the chick with the Hardy Boys? She was
Lola.
such a
Lita.
babe.
Lita.
She was
Lita.
such a fucking babe. Do you remember Sable? Sable was a fucking
Oh,
babe
Paper
too, dude.
God.
Dance.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you remember Trish?
Yes,
Stratus?
Trish Stratus,
Yeah.
dog. And then there was one more. There was another chick that was just beautiful. She was a blonde.
When I was a
haired girl.
kid and you just wanted to be like,
Dude,
man, I
you
want to
mad?
hang
We
out with
jerked
you.
off to her. Dude, you did. Just as cool. Whatever. We did.
Allegedly.
There's no alleged. It happened.
allegedly.
It's gonna be the new name
You know
of the
what?
show.
When did we talk about masturbation with
Okay, here we go.
Sonny? We
Oh
talked
no!
about
Who
jerking
was
off.
it? Was
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett's
Here we
lady?
go.
Who was Jeff Jarrett's woman?
I Oh God, she was a blonde-haired woman.
Yeah, she was, and she in that
You
rock
named like a
bottom.
lot of people.
In that pay-per-view I was talking about, she had a strip match where
Yes.
it was Gold Dust versus I think Jeff Jarrett. And
Goldust.
And either if Goldust lost, he had to strip, and if he won, then she had to strip. Why am I forgetting her name?
Dude, it's killing me because
Put it in the comments.
You used to go to the website and get pictures of all the girls, like, and some of them were in
Hold on,
like.
I'm gonna look
thongs
this
and
up.
stuff.
Did you have the WWF's magazine subscription?
No, I wasn't allowed to do that.
Oh, I did. My parents were cool.
My dad was cool. My mom was like, "No, you don't need that trash." My dad would have probably jammed it with me, but like, "Yo, that's
yeah, I
tight.
had
Those
all
titties,
those.
look at them titties, boy." But here I am.
Here
we are.
But yeah, that's
Shout out
those-
mom and dad.
Those guys were just sick. I love the Road Dogg's hair. Like
Road Dogg's hair was cool.
He had I think the braids. Were they the braid? Did he have his hair braided?
Yeah, he had the
And
they were
then-
braids, but like almost.
What was
dreads.
the dude? I think he was in WCW. I don't think he was WWF. I can't remember. Who was the one that wore the towel?
Oh, Val Venus.
Val Venus was the
Hello, ladies.
dude. He was the fucking man.
And he always teamed up with Godfather.
Yup, dude. He was the man.
He was pretty, yeah. Okay, so let's, since you already brought up Road Dogg and I just brought up Val Venus tag teaming with Godfather, do you have a favorite tag team duo?
Harlem Heat.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I was thinking about it earlier. I was fixing to ask you guys what was
Nice.
your favorite.
Cool.
Like, do you like Harlem
team.
Heat or do you like Booker T? Harlem Heat was my favorite.
I'm more of just like a Booker T guy.
Yeah, like Booker T
I'm
was-
sorry. I thought you said booger tea.
Ooh, my favorite my favorite
Booker
drink.
T.
I was like, that's not even a wrestler, dude.
Can I get a Booker T?
What's a Booger T? You're
What
not.
the you say?
I said you look
Booker
shitty. Good night.
I think my favorite to watch would probably be Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
Yes, they were sick.
But I think
Generation or
the New Age Outlaws.
The New Age. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
but
fine.
I think skills wise, I think it's probably Hardy Boys or Edge and Christian.
Dude,
I think
Edge and Christian when they first
Hardy
came-
Boys
oh.
probably win that one out. I think.
Dude, the ladder matches with the Hardy Boys were some of the
Insane.
greatest matches of all
the
time.
table,
So many
and the
flips.
Oh, and table matches with the Dudley Boys.
Yes. Oh, dude. 3D, dude. The
3D?
Dudley 3D, bro. So you remember Spike? Remember Spike Dudley, too? The weird little brother that somehow just came out of nowhere?
Mike.
He was pretty tight.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yo, dude, y'all
Hey,
want to
Paolo,
talk about
what's up?
wrestling?
Hey,
We're
you
talking
want to talk about wrestling?
wrestling?
You
Yes.
told me to come on
Yeah,
to
I
talk
told
about
you
this.
to
All right, I
come
got
here.
something.
Okay.
So there's something that there's things that we've done on the show, and we kind of like got it going for a hot second, but then like we need people to write in for this. But with roommate, like to put these two together, your worst roommate story, and who would you call out for that worst roommate story? As what wrestler would you do it as? So,
So if you had a shitty roommate, you
for
could call him out, what
I've
wrestler would
called
you
out-
portray?
I called out my old roommate Cassie for having sex with the door
And
open.
she did all the time.
As Macho Man. And I did that as a YouTube clip. And she was like, yeah, it was pretty funny.
But also
She did.
yeah. But also, she did leave
You'd
the
be
door
over
open
there
when
and you
she
just
fucked
hear-
people. Yeah.
It was the
Yeah.
worst sound in the world. It was the worst sound in the world. And you could look down the hallway.
you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Cassie, give it to him.
I'm not gonna hold it out. I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, that's probably.
Guys!
You're just clipping the. It's like it's
totally
just
clipping.
static.
I think you
Triple
movie.
stamp, double stamp. You
can't triple stamp, double I think
Mock.
even in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ing,
Yeah.
bird.
See?
Hey, Lloyd, there's some people that need a ride too.
Pick 'em up!
I don't know.
Town is that way.
So, yeah.
I don't know. I think I would have to do it. I think it would have to be. I think it would have to be either Stone Cold for the aggressiveness,
Right.
for like the lack of care about communication or vulgarity.
Mm-hmm.
I think Stone Cold would have a really good. Would one just be like middle fingers and like you and like being very in your face about it,
Right.
or The Rock had very good, very.
Well, cook something up for us, dude. What do you? I know you got some old roommate stories that you want to call someone out for.
I don't because I've never actually had a roommate before besides my
really?
parents. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I
No,
don't.
they are your roommates, though.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
it's a sweet car
Technically,
bed.
I'd be
My
like-
roommates are thinking about getting me a CB radio.
See
Yeah, but it's a
radio.
sweet
Mom,
car.
sex too loud, and you better stop because Stone Cold says so.
You piece of trash! See, like that. Like if your roommate left shit like dishes and shit all over the place, you piece of trash.
Dude, let's just make the skit. And we'll just dress up like wrestlers and yell. We should just dress up like wrestlers as roommates. Wrestlers as roommates.
It's got to be to spec though.
Oh yeah.
And here's a little two-parter. Okay, so you remember The Rock's old intro was "Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?" And then it turned into "If you smell." Way more exciting.
Yeah,
way more exciting.
Yeah, it was
but
pretty
I think
sick.
what actually in that scenario, you could be like the cool roommate, like cooking up some mac and cheese or something. Like,
dude, mac and
do
cheese
you
is
smell what
delicious.
The Rock, like something like you could do that. Dude.
Yeah.
Mac and
Or
cheese is
if you, like-
delicious.
Which isn't really a call out on their business, but like more.
Or
like,
if
hey,
you
I'm doing
burst
some work.
through the bathroom door after you blew it up, and then
Right.
you can go part 2.
Oh, if you smell
If you smell
what the Rock
just cooked.
I just pooped.
could-
That's what I did. That's
I
what you
pooped.
should have said.
Guys, I pooped.
I just pooped, man.
I did poop. That's what I did.
One of our other friends did like a call out, like as Hulk Hogan, but he was like
Park
calling
Hill?
the thing. No, it was Lee, and
Oh.
he, the thing he
He has
called
hair
out
like-
for
he
being a
has
bad
hair.
roommate was things he did to other people.
It's really
so he
true.
was like, when your roommate, takes your towel and uses it when you're gone, and then it was like, Lee, you're the one that did that to people, and he was like, I know, I just needed something for the bit.
So the story behind that.
know something, brother?
The story behind that is Mike came down from California to stay at our house. Me and all of our other friends.
Yeah, like when I lived out there.
And he comes to hang up, and Lee calls him. He's like, "Hey man, I need you to do me a favor."
Yeah, no, Lee goes, I'm going to take a shower and then I got to go to work, man. So, like, if you want to hang out, it's all good. And then he showered and goes to work, and then he goes, hey, what are you doing? Just hanging out still. And he's like, can you do me a favor? It's like, what? He's like, you see that towel that's in the bathroom? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, can you maybe put it in the dryer for me? And then, like, after it's done drying, put it back? And I was like, what do you want me to do? I was like, are you trying to get me in on, like, did you use John's towel? And he's like, so I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell John that you use this towel. And he's like, you're an asshole, dude.
Bro, this is weird. I'm supposed to be able to count on you. Dude, our friends suck ridiculously. Yo, dude,
Yeah.
you want some McDonald's? I don't care if I'm interrupting this
No,
right
it's all
now.
good.
Yo, sorry, we're ordering McDonald's.
Shout out McDonald's.
Yo, hit us with that sponsor, Chuck.
Yo, Ronald,
Yo,
what's up?
Yo,
my dad used to call me
Mr.
Ronald.
Ron McDon.
Mr. Ron McDon.
That's a new rap group.
Yo,
dude.
dude, what kind of
Ron
what
McDon.
kind of sauce y'all want, bro?
I'm good on barbecue and buffalo. Those are my faves.
Barbecue, spicy buff.
Polynesian.
Hold on. Polynesian. Hold on, I gotta
not
get
McDonald's,
tangy
yeah.
I
barbecue.
know, that's Chick-fil-A, bro.
See if they
Their
got it.
pleasure.
It's my pleasure, sir.
I'm totally going to eat.
my
Ranch,
pleasure.
bro.
Okay.
Do another spicy buffalo.
Have you
Like
noticed?
a picture-
Have you noticed other fast food spots using My Pleasure as
No,
well?
I have not.
You haven't? I have, dude.
Really?
Because it's a good business model. It sounds
It's
nice.
because it's their pleasure.
I feel like whenever
Double your pleasure.
I felt like in
Double your fun.
Coming to America, I felt like the
Don't
king.
start me on
I felt
Coming
like,
to America.
I felt like the king when I first started going to Chick-fil-A.
My son works.
My pleasure, sir. And you're like, yeah, yes, it is. It is your pleasure.
Did you watch the sequel yet?
There is
I
a
did.
big rat.
Yeah.
It's a big rat.
Once again,
Yeah.
you have judged correctly.
The sequel is dope. I thought
Dude,
it was
I
really
It's
love
good.
the
There's so
sequel,
many
yeah.
callbacks, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good.
That boy, do it.
I have not watched it. I have not watched it, but
It's good.
still
It's not
pretty
as
sick,
funny
though.
as the first, but it is worth
yeah.
the watch because the
They
entire
tried to
cast
they tried
comes
to
back.
cram like everything they could
Well,
in a part
when
2.
you have-
I was appreciative of that.
When you have lightning in a
I love
bottle, it's hard to like
recreate it,
get
and I
there
get that. I
again,
get
you
it.
know what I
The
mean?
fact that it was
So-
PG-13 too bugged me a little bit, but it was good. It's worth
Yeah.
the watch. For,
Yeah, remember there were like titties in the first one because the royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Yeah.
yeah, but then they switch it for
Exactly.
2021.
Yeah.
And it's like
Oh,
a woman on the
right.
other side of it now, which is cool.
And then, but I was excited that they brought the twins that rap.
Oh yeah, brought them
My
back.
name is Peaches, and
And
I'm
I'm
the
the
best.
Want to touch my breasts?
Yeah.
All right, so y'all good? We just got nugs.
Nugs to pay.
Yo, tight. I'm
Dope.
ordering that shit, bro.
Can we use the break to finally switch over to new metal? Can we get to new metal?
Yes, dude. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Wherever you feeling.
So we're gonna switch now.
We're gonna switch now. I'm
All
gonna just pump the brakes on the wrestling. and get to some
Dude, that's
new.
fine. That's fine.
Get to some new.
All right, favorite new metal band. What is it?
New metal. I hear a rumor that you're influenced by new metal, as are we. Talk about it.
Oh, very
Shallow
good.
way.
Oh shit! It ain't gonna be here for like an hour.
We can just
got an hour.
Dude, I'm gonna munch on some fucking. I'm gonna run a train on the chicken fingers. No. Role models, holla at you.
you motorboating son of a bitch.
You motorboater, didn't you? Motorboating son of a bitch. All right, favorite new metal band.
I think the obvious one is Slipknot because it's my favorite just band. Period.
Hold on. Okay, we're gonna go there. Favorite Slipknot record. Hit it.
Slipkneezy.
Iowa.
Heaviest record of all time, and I don't care. I mean, there's a lot of other heavy
still
records.
Self-titled. honestly.
Self-titled's
I love
great.
Self-Titled.
It's self-titled's great, but Iowa.
I like Iowa.
took what self-titled did and polished it and made it better.
Yeah, and they were like Nick and what's his name? Were
Jim.
like, dude, we shred. We can
Yeah.
shred. Watch this, and
Right.
they did.
And they were on the Resident Evil soundtrack.
Yeah,
They had like choruses, like cool hooks.
Dude.
That
Right.
song Gently
My
was like really
Plague,
cool.
My Plague, Left Behind. Left Behind's my favorite Slipknot song of all time.
My favorite Slipknot song is Disaster Piece.
it's so
and
sick.
our old drummer Fern has a studio now since STM broke up, and he got me and a couple other musicians that he knows to do a collab Disaster Piece cover, and it was the most fun thing ever because that's my favorite song by my favorite band, and I got to perform it, and I knew all, and I mean all of the
Right.
little nuance. That was people equal shit.
I know. But I'm just saying.
Which one's Disaster Pieces?
Pieces.
Disaster Peas.
A sick DVD.
Also,
It's
shout
sick
out
DVD.
Fernando Limas,
Shout out
FL
Fernando
Studios.
Lee's FL Studios.
Because my favorite song on that
Great
is
DVD, by the
you
way.
know the song that goes, how does that feel? Tell me.
Locked inside another dream that never had a chance of being realized. What the fuck are you looking at? I'll tell you what you're looking at. Everyone you ever fucking lifetime.
Dude, Corey
Why'd
Taylor.
y'all whisper that? I just get.
Dude, Corey Taylor killed. Dude, he's one of the best.
I've said
like,
it. I've said it in interviews before.
lyricists
He's my
ever.
favorite vocalist and lyricist. I just loved it, man.
And
I just
those
I-
first two records, the way he screams, you hear it in his.
hear all the
voice,
inflections,
dude.
and I wanted to. So if you guys, I'll send you the link to it if you want to check it out. I knew every little.
Little
Nuance in his voices and stuff, and I wanted to because back then you didn't have like digital recordings and stuff.
Right.
You
Right.
couldn't do 20,
Yeah.
25 takes of a section or
Yeah,
whatever. You had to nail it because it was tape. You
Yeah.
had to really do what you were doing,
Right.
and that was what was really impressive to me. Is those guys, as much as new metal would get shit upon after it peaked,
Shit upon.
shit upon,
Shat upon.
Shit upon.
To be fair,
Grey Poupon, indubitably, was like, dude,
Furthermore,
those guys were nailing it though. Those
Yeah.
guys were actually really good at what they did, and they didn't have multiple takes to just nail this. They were just doing it.
Yeah.
And so when I recorded that, I wanted to be like, no, dude, I want to record it that same way. I want to record giant chunks at a time,
Right.
and get them that way. And I want to do them all in like one take. I want to do multiple lines at a time. And like, if I run out of breath, I run out of breath because you can hear Corey Taylor,
Right.
as good as he is. Back in those days, he was running out of breath, and you can hear it in
And that's
multiple
what I
songs.
loved about
and I
it.
loved it, dude. I loved that raw emotion and passion they brought to those
Yep.
vocals, where they were just.
Especially, like,
You didn't have ladies like Melissa Cross and stuff telling you how to scream and like learning breathing and vocal
Right.
techniques. Those guys were just doing it. And they were still going from screaming without knowing how to do that to singing without knowing really how to do that. I mean, some of them anyways. And putting those two together in songs and coming out with these grand tracks that were like even more so impressive now when you know how stuff is done.
Right.
And so guys like Corey Taylor were a giant influence on me. So I have to answer the question. I have to say Slipknot, but we can get into like some of the B tier and C
Right.
tier
yeah,
bands.
I mean,
right,
like when you're talking about the inflection in your voice and like the craziness of the screams and stuff, you know, like it makes me think of the end of Eyeless.
Ooh, yeah.
Whenever it's just like,
dude. Oh,
look me in my brand now. You know, and
the,
it's just
the
like,
last
"Ow,
scream
my
of that
voice
song
hurts."
is fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous, and you just hear him hurting. Like he's
Yeah.
like, you could just tell he's like, oh
But
fuck, just
that's
get
where
this
I was like,
over
I was
with.
like super disappointed when like the third one came out because he like pulled back for sure. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's
Like,
not as
and it
much.
was still
Subliminal
cool,
Verses
but it
was
was just
tight as
like you could tell he was like blowing out his voice, just like getting crazy. You know, before as to whereas that one it was probably like, hey,
And
take it easy, bro.
and Iowa already got them to where they needed to be, so it wasn't like
they didn't have to put out another.
they didn't have to
dope-ass
put out
record, yeah.
something in hopes of getting on a movie soundtrack or anything like that.
Right.
They were just like, we're Slipknot. That's
Yeah.
it. We can
For
do what
sure.
we want. And it was still good. Volume 3 was a cool record, but
Right.
I think one of the most tracks in reference to what you said, that was like a very emotional track that nobody can put out these days. Daddy by Korn.
Right.
Him just
Right.
breaking down in the booth and crying, and
Which time? Like
At the end of Daddy.
So at the end of Daddy, that was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen was him like crying and freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then another one where they recorded this track for Life is Peachy, and they put it in the video, and Ross Robinson's in the booth with him, and he's screaming "Why" over and over and over and over and over.
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's screaming "Why" and "Why," and at the end he's just like, you see him and he's like wiping tears from his face. I got the goosebumps. I love that band so much because like that band taught me that it was
I always
okay
thought
to be
it was-
emotional. Like
Yeah.
if
John
you
Davis
fucking,
is one of a kind, man.
He is.
I love we will always talk about this, but the Who Then Now DVD or whatever, or the tape.
My
you know,
my
have you
lead
ever
singer is
seen
the greatest
Who Then-
lead singer of all time. Yeah. You've
he
never
said
watched,
no.
dude. Wrestling.
After
We've
this,
got to
we
watch
have
Who Then Now.
it. Yeah,
We've got to watch Who
But
Then Now.
We'll do the wrestling bit.
Oh my God,
and
how
then
have you not
we'll
watched
watch
Who
that
Then
for
Now,
sure.
dude?
Who Then Now? It's the best like band tape to ever come
tape.
out.
Like
Because
Slipknot
it was-
did Welcome to
yeah.
the Neighborhood,
True.
and
And then-
Korn did Who Then Now.
But it was like straight up, before Tour Diaries.
I
and
had
all
the
that
one that
stuff,
was
so-
the Korn. I think I had a couple ones. There was the one. It was like the Asylum.
Okay,
one.
that was Who Then Now
that one,
2.
See
that was Who
yeah,
Then
that
Now
was part
2.
2. But you had to search for the
No, you
original
just.
one.
I went and looked up the cheat codes on the internet on my dial-up, bro.
Yeah, you might
people
have
had
seen it
sequence.
though if you looked around on that DVD.
I might have.
Who
Dude,
Then Now
I
was
messed
on
around
there.
with new metal so much, man. I
Yeah.
had like a subscription. My biggest thing was like a subscription to Circus magazine. I had Circus
Oh,
magazine,
yeah.
and
Dude,
I would
oh,
pull
yeah.
out all the posters of everybody, cut out little individual pics, put them
Yep.
on my door. I would put the
Mine
album,
was Hit Parader. Yeah.
album covers all on the tops and bottoms by the floorboard.
Yep.
Like, dude, I had new
Food's
metal
here.
stuff everywhere.
Go get your food, dog. That's cool that Slipknot's your favorite. My favorite album cover is the self-titled Slipknot record. That's my favorite album cover of all time.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it's just
one.
sick. Like I
Yeah.
remember the
It's
first time I
just
saw
them,
it,
yeah.
I was just like, "What the f? This is a
What
band?"
is it? It's just a bunch
yeah.
of.
Well,
like,
I thought it was like an ICP kind of thing. you
Me
know
too.
what I mean?
well, it kind of looked like that, but
Right.
that was back in the day when you would buy albums based off
Based
of
on what they looked
how
like.
it looked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
you'd
would
just
be like-
you'd be cruising to the store for like one thing. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get the latest Korn record or whatever. And you're
Whatever,
like, wait, what is this?
Yep.
You'd be like, oh, it's in the metal section, and it has a cool cover.
Dude,
Let's
yeah.
vibe.
You know which one you would see all the time, and this is not even like a giant diss on the band because I do like 2 or 3 other records. But you know which record you would always see in the used, like the resold, Stained, Dysfunction.
Yeah,
Dude,
with the
Dysfunction.
clown.
With the clown on the front.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the one that was like there were so many copies of that
Yeah.
one all over the place.
Dude, that shit was sick, though.
That
Like-
record was tight.
Break the
yeah.
break the cycle.
Break the Cycle's my favorite.
Mine.
See, I couldn't.
What?
I liked Break the
That
Cycle.
one was actually, like,
but
heavy, dude.
I liked the other one just because it was like
To
got
my
heavy.
Bunch of them.
Yeah.
To my father, dude.
It's your son. Oh.
Dude, that
It's
record
your
slammed, dude.
But I will
Aaron Lewis is
agree
kind of
with
a
this,
prick
though.
now.
Dude, he is kind of a prick.
Down.
But like even back in the day though, like I noticed that like years later, whenever I was like, I'm gonna revisit these, I would be listening to a song and be like, this is the most depressing shit
Some
I've
of those,
ever
yeah.
heard.
He was
Like-
he hated his life more than
Yeah.
most of the musicians did.
Like,
Allegedly.
how am I friend to be alone?
Do you guys? Okay, so I guess you guys probably have then a favorite like new metal DVD.
Yeah, who then now?
I mean,
Yeah.
now, yeah. That's
So
it.
I think mine is I like the Disaster Piece DVD,
Yeah.
but my actual favorite though is Live in Peoria, LD50.
Oh yeah,
Mudvayne.
that's a good one too. Yeah,
I've
yeah,
watched that
sure.
a million times.
Yeah.
I've
With the
watched
mic
it, yep.
stand.
With the
Yep.
mic stand
Yeah,
that he
he's
just.
Yep.
dude.
Oh,
Dude, I think LD50 is. To
me, that's- I think-
Death Blooms is one of the greatest fucking like new metal songs
mine
ever.
is Severed. Severed is mine.
Severed is tight.
Severed
I mean,
is dope,
Dig
but-
is sick as f.
So,
Yeah.
but LD50 taught me about going from heavy and like heavy screaming stuff to very like almost emotional singing,
Right.
like
Right.
singing
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
Like
Right.
there's a word I'm looking for. It taught me dynamics. It taught me dynamics is what
You
it
know,
did.
you know what it taught me? It taught me how to fill like 16 bars with.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time. Every time.
It's just like that.
I swear
first
that
half of
gets
the song.
anytime we talk about Mudvayne, he just goes, he does it. It's
Yeah.
Also, Berber Ding. So
Yeah.
so he was actually in Denton. The guitar player was in Denton not too long ago. He sells
Greg?
beard oil. Yeah, he
really?
he
Oh,
works for
interesting.
he owns his own beard oil company, and
that's
he
kinda
was
cool.
hanging out in Denton. And John, one of our best friends, was just like, Can I have a picture with you?
Yeah, I guess, dude.
Oh, I got to meet
Such a
Chad.
small world, yeah.
when
You met
they,
Chad?
So their second record,
End of All Things to Come?
End of All Things to Come. Yeah, they took the paint off. They didn't wear paint, right?
They took the paint off, but they did the alien thing at first.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But when so I saw them at Summer Sanitarium, Metallica, Limp Bizkit,
Yes,
Deftones,
then they put
Linkin
out that
Park.
DVD about that,
I was
too.
on Linkin Park's guest list. Don't want to fucking sound like a badass, but I was
You
on Linkin
did
Park's.
what now? What
I
the
was
fuck
on,
you say?
I was on Linkin Park. I was on Linkin Park's guest list. No bullshit. I got to meet a bunch of sick ass bands that day. Met Fred Durst. Met a couple guys in Metallica.
Did you actually meet Linkin Park? How'd you get on that guest list?
I'll tell that story in a second. Okay.
Let me tell you this story so I get to that story.
So we saw Chad, and I walked up to Chad, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude! You guys were incredible. You know, I love you guys. Oh, dude, I've spilled beer on this thing so many
Yeah, I
times."
was like,
And I was
sorry.
like, "Man, y'all are." I mean, I kind of missed the paint, and like he got mad and was like, "Man, the paint." I was just like,
that shit probably was like a pain in the ass, dude. It had
Yeah,
to
it
be.
was,
No,
but-
it's
Can you
a pain
imagine?
in the ass,
Can you imagine
but,
doing that, especially
you know.
with the hair? Like Ryan
Right.
had like the horns, and he had the like Greg had the spikes and stuff
Right.
every night. Like, can you imagine? That's got to be a pain in the ass, dude.
"Yeah." But
I get.
Wayne Static did it.
That's true. He did.
He kept it going
man.
until he died.
And I was
With
watching, I was
clear
watching
Jello, mind you.
I was watching the third episode with Tim, and you guys were like, "It was cum," and I was like, "Well, it wasn't." But, but like that's just me being a new metal snob, and I was like, "I know how he did
No,
it.
it
And it's not
wasn't.
cum."
That's not cum, dude. God,
You guys shut up and respect Wayne Static.
Okay.
rest in peace, Wayne Static.
Okay, but so I went to that 20th anniversary of Wisconsin Death Trip show from
Right.
not last year, but the year before,
Yeah.
and I think it's pretty much out there. But you guys know who was actually doing it, right?
The singer of Dope.
Dope.
Yeah, yeah.
He's on all the new stuff, and it's actually sounds
Yeah,
just
Etzel,
like Wayne
Etzel
Static.
Dope, dude. It sounds just like him. Live, he nails it. He nails the vocal tones. He nails all the mannerisms.
I
dude.
looked.
He
I
nails
looked
it,
up
bro.
like live footage from like that.
dude,
tour.
kills it, dude.
That's
It was
dope.
such a
Wisconsin
fun
Death
concert.
Strip is like one of the most underrated new metal
That's true.
records.
But
I
I
like
also
it.
like
I like
Dope. Dope was sick.
Dope was the
Dope was
was dope.
Yeah. It was like he was like the next Rob Zombie.
And
He
then,
was like
like-
waiting in line. Like,
Wait, can I be the next one? Yeah. Can I
No,
be the
you
next one,
can't.
Robbie?
No,
Sorry.
Dope because of your name.
Yeah, I remember seeing him for the first time. I was like, oh, I can't listen to that.
Dads
It's
across
dope.
America didn't like that name.
They didn't. No, moms didn't. Dads were like, that's dope.
No, dads were like, "You guys doing dope in here?"
The answer was yes.
The answer
Dad.
was yes.
Yeah, we were lying.
But no, so I've told this story a few times. So one of my best friends growing up, his mother and father owned a Catholic bookstore. And one of the vendors for this Catholic bookstore was like, oh, does your son like Linkin Park? And of course, at the time, we were obsessed with Linkin Park. Meteora just came out. And everybody was into the rapping and the screaming. It was just tight as And he was like, my son is their tour manager. He's their road manager. And he's like, next time they come to town, I'll get him on the guest list. We're not thinking much of it, whatever. And then Summer Sanitarium comes around, and my buddy calls. He's like, dude, guess what? We're on the guest list for Linkin Park. And I was like, hold on, what? And I'd been to big shows, but I didn't know what guest list was. They were like, just go up to Will Call. They'll give you what you need, dude. We got like dope ass credentials, like the real deal.
The all access,
credentials,
the
all
AA.
access, everything, dude. We got everything.
But when someone says some shit like that, though, you're like, "Don't you give me hope."
No.
If somebody told me, I was like, "Yo, we're gonna get on Linkin Park's
You
guest
just,
list," I'm like,
you just went endgame right
Yeah,
there.
dude.
Like,
yeah.
Yo, dude, and sure shit. I remember. So it was at Old Texas Stadium, and they were like, "What do you want to do?" The Deftones were about to go on, so we were like, "Get the out of here," because I hated the Deftones back then. I hated the Deftones back then. Yeah, I didn't get into the Deftones till Diamond Eyes came out, and it's their best
Dad,
record.
I
don't
get it.
fucking
I
care.
get it. We
Diamond
all grew
Eyes-
up with our dads.
Diamond
talking
Eyes
shit
is
about
one of the
stuff. We're
heaviest
like, yeah,
records
Dad,
ever.
that
End of
shit.
story.
They are whiny Mexicans. That's
Dude,
what
I'm
your
not
dad
going to say
said.
that. That's what my father said all the time. He still
Right.
says it to this day.
And it still hurts.
It still hurts, man. Tell him to shut up and drive, man.
Dude, next time I see him, we're gonna talk about it.
Dude, he needs to change.
You know what? If he doesn't take back that shit he said about Deftones, we might have to cancel him.
No, dude, you can't
Oh
cancel
my
Papa
God,
Joe, dude.
dude.
Papa
Can you
Joe-
imagine trying to cancel someone's
Papa Joe
dad for
cancels
saying shit
people.
like that? He'd be like, no, y'all.
In his white New Balance 407s and his jean shorts.
Y'all can't cancel me because I don't have no shit for social media, so go clean your room.
And
goddammit.
he takes his phone off his clip. He's like, what?
Off his hip.
But
Because he's still got a belt clip for some
Yo,
reason.
dude.
Like, who the
But it's
fuck?
like on the front, but off center.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'll kick you in with my white stained with grass Red Wings right in your ass.
I swear to God, boy. Yeah, he still calls me boy, and I'm 34 years old.
Godsmack, I am God. You about to get smacked.
Yeah, dude, my dad loves Godsmack. It's kind of weird.
I used to like Godsmack.
Dude, their first two records.
Are you saying you
Dude.
stopped like
Slams.
Godsmack? You stopped liking Godsmack?
Yeah,
Hey, I'm not wonder.
I grew up a little bit.
Dude,
Yeah,
you want to
but
hear something
like-
crazy? The drummer of Godsmack, he was the drummer of Glassjaw.
What?
And I'm pretty sure I've read that right. I'm
Dude,
gonna fact check that.
you
But
are
I'm
just
pretty
fact check
sure.
that.
I'm pretty sure
You're
that's
getting
legit.
straight out of line. Like I can't find a reason
Dude, I
why
stand alone on this opinion.
why I should justify my ways right now.
You're not even awake, bro.
Voodoo.
He said he
Dude, he says it in the song.
and if you don't like it, you could stay away from me.
Yeah, dude.
No, dude, you'll never understand me, dude. You'll never
Dude,
understand me.
Don't be
And
mad
get
at me
away.
because I'm not the one who feels so far away. You know, like,
Too fucking
Too
shay.
funny. Too funny.
Oh man, Godsmack was sick, dude.
I mean, yeah, they were.
Let's get into let's
Wait,
go.
Wait, he was in the. Did you finish your story? though?
No,
he didn't.
But it's not really
I
that
totally
cool afterwards,
interrupted.
dude. It's totally cool.
Yeah.
it's totally cool.
Yeah.
But let's go. Where are we going? Where,
I was gonna
how
say.
deep are we
I was
going?
gonna say let's do B tier and C tier bands.
Well, what
let's
do you
dive
got?
a little. So, I think one of my favorite bands around that level is Il Nino for sure.
Ooh, they were like.
If you
the-
still
to
hate
me,
me, you're
in
thinking
my opinion,
of me, dude.
Hey!
they were like when nu metal went emo. You know what
They
I mean?
did,
You
dude.
take
Because
the
They were-
Christian's
photos-
lyrics were a lot of them
Yeah.
were emo.
Dude,
like
They
kind
were-
of, but like
and they're the sweetest people. They're so sweet. I love those guys.
and the Spanish when they did the songs in Spanish.
The guitar player was actually in like he's in like a big flamenco band or something. Like he's like his
Rizzo?
Yeah, he was like in like really big into that. I'm pretty sure he had a pretty sick ass fucking
He had
flamenco
sick ass
band.
for sure. Dude.
Hey, dude, our nuggets have been picked up, bro.
what? So quickly? Why did
Shout
mine
out
take
Nuggets.
forever?
But yeah, Il Nino.
I think that's one of my favorite.
Dude, I got to see Il Nino with Drowning Pool when Dave Williams was still
Oh.
alive. Puddle of Mud,
Okay.
Cold Chamber. Fucking Kid Rock was the headliner.
Whoa! So that would have been like
Years
Devil,
ago.
the Devil album.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that was his like
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
metal-y.
And
boy
he had
good.
strippers
That
on
boy
stage
good.
too. It was tight.
Dude, that's Kid Rock. Jesus, he started in nu metal. Remember that?
Basically.
like it's so weird to think about how
Devil
he's
Without
like,
a Cause,
Dude,
man. That was
dude,
like
ball with the ball. Dude.
yeah, that was like kind of that riff was actually kind of
Yeah.
heavy, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
That was dope. And then they ripped off
I saw-
Metallica for the
Yeah.
whole song.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, dude.
I saw Il
They
Nino
also
with
ripped off Sweet Home Alabama.
that too. I saw Il Nino with
He's cocky,
40
dude.
Below
Working.
Summer once.
With who?
40 Below Summer.
40 Below Summer.
And I think if I remember, it was also Mushroom Head.
their first
I might
record is
remember.
incredible.
I think the second Mushroom Head album was kind of cool, but it wasn't the same as the
Right.
first one. But
saw
40
him on
Below
Ozfest.
Summer was one of those really good B-C
yeah,
tier
dude.
bands that was like
that doesn't get enough love at all.
no, they don't.
What was their?
Psycho-
Did they have like
Psycho-
a Rain, a song called Rain or something like that? Like
That
on
was the first.
second
That was the
album?
first single from that second album. Yeah, Rain.
That shit was dope.
That one was good.
Go, 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 go. Turn it down. What is it? What is it? Psycho?
Did you jam Breaking
Psycho,
Benji?
yeah.
a lot?
Dude.
What?
Yes.
With a away and I.
Dude, that record
Yeah.
was
Come on,
tight.
it's just a
Dude,
Yeah.
they still slay though. They still slay. They're like a less hard Seven Dust. They still kill it, dude.
You know what?
They really are.
A non-point song came
Non-point.
on my fucking my,
Sitting
my
on your ass all
Facebook.
day.
Yeah.
Thinking about your hangover at the pot. Hey, dude, I love that fucking song, dude. I love Non Point, man.
Who was that? Nonsense or whatever. I don't know.
Do you have a,
No, what was that move that they taught in self-defense?
Oh
is
yeah,
the lyric.
yeah, even worse.
Block the
than
killer's knife move with some confidence.
Yeah.
What a
What a team!
I like this whole episode is just gonna be us like just singing,
Right, I
singing
know.
stuff.
for like
Give
2
a
seconds and then move on to the next one.
They turn that shit off like the first 5 minutes in. They're like, this is
Well, but like
guys suck.
5% of all YouTubers are gonna be like, "That was so good, I love it."
I know
It's
what
like-
they're talking about.
It's like it'll be like on my analytics. It'll be like 35 to 40-year-olds males.
Yeah, listening to that.
He's pointing himself and he's like,
Seabass said that? That guy.
okay. So it was they caught up to him about a mile up the road and they slit his throat. And you just hear the acceleration of the van. Anyway, what's another one?
Do you have a B or
But
C's
yeah.
here? New metal? Not the A-listers that are obviously.
Oh, dude, I got one that's gonna kind of. We talked about it last night.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of any off
No?
the top of my
Can
head because
No,
me,
cold as
me
shit.
I got into new metal like way late.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
like
That
towards
was
the end of
that
the-
wasn't like because I came from. So this was my progression in music.
All right, let's
Okay,
hear
it
it.
was like pop and boy bands, and then
Same,
like R and B.
course.
Same.
Right.
And then when I got into high school, people were like, "Dude, check out Linkin Park, check out like
Right,
System of a Down,
right,
check
right.
out Mudvayne, you know, like all this."
mean,
and I'm like, "Okay, cool."
I've still went
You
there.
know?
You know, like the
Well,
other
But
day.
NSYNC's tight though.
Yeah, for
my
sure. Of
my
course.
girlfriend's buddy, you know, he's like the same age and like loves, you know, loves metalcore. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And so anytime I would bring stuff up, I'd be like, "Lamb of God," and he'd be like, not really. Have you heard their old shit?"
Yeah.
And then I would show him a song. He'd be like, "Oh my god, yeah!"
Oh,
And then I'd be
dude.
like,
Old Lamb of God.
what about this? Have you heard this? No. Have you heard their old shit? You know, it's always like, have you heard their old shit? Because it's like, you know, most of those new metal bands like got popular, and then everybody was like,
You know-
why are they playing this shit?
Right.
Yeah, it's like, no, give me those first 2
Yeah,
records on
dude.
any of them, and I'm
Yep.
good.
Yep. All right.
But yeah,
Okay.
Backcatcher.
Okay, cool. Then
I'm gonna throw one out here.
I am a
Okay.
huge POD fan though.
Yeah, Southtown, bro.
Huge. Yeah.
I saw them in
We had a South
Ozfest.
town where I grew up in Hoisington.
I got asked a question in a different interview that I was like, oh, that is a really good question, and I want to ask it to you guys
Okay.
too, being the new metal
Right.
fans.
Yeah.
So say what you're gonna say, and then I want to ask this question.
Okay.
Hoobastank.
Ooh, I've
a
been
verb.
crawling in the dark,
Dude,
looking for the answer.
that song rips.
It does.
Dude, that first dude, it's so good, man.
Yeah.
And I saw them with Korn once.
Okay, but
and it
do
was
you
amazing.
actually put Hoobastank in the new
I
metal?
do. Okay,
category?
so with Tim, we talked about that. There's bands that kind of like 311 is a new
Touch-
metal band.
yeah, they
Oh, yeah,
touch
but
new
because
metal.
they
It's-
toured with so many new metal bands, so you kind of
It can
have to
fit.
keep them exactly. They can fit, and yeah, it fits. Like Incubus is considered a new metal band.
especially old stuff like Science.
It's
like,
it's
yeah,
true,
cool,
but
yeah.
see, but the thing
And you
is,
have a DJ.
they're still
not
in
accurate,
there.
Yeah. Still lumped into that
Yeah,
category.
Right,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
so with Hoobastank, they did a lot of tours.
I think they'd be
with-
close.
with new metal bands.
Kind of like
So-
probably Chevelle would be
yeah,
lumped
Chevelle
in with
is
new
a
metal.
new dude.
Yeah,
I saw them
for sure.
with a bunch of new metal bands before. I
Yeah.
saw the lead singer break his ankle falling off the stage.
Good,
while
fuck
they were
that
playing
guy.
with Korn. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
And
that guy.
like,
Yeah, fuck
but
'em.
anyway, all right. So what's your question?
Okay,
Let's-
it's very important. I need Paolo to pay attention right now.
Oh, he's been
sorry.
texting some puss, dude. It's
giant,
bro.
bro.
No.
You giant little giant.
Well, actually,
Giant.
it may be less applicable to Paolo if he didn't dive in like super deep.
Right.
The question is, what new metal band do you think didn't get the attention they deserved?
Jesus Christ.
I already have my answer.
I want to
mean-
hear your answer first before I even say mine.
I'm gonna say 36 Crazy Fists. Like,
Oh,
you know
no.
what I mean?
That band
Because-
totally gets the love they deserve,
yeah.
dude. They
No,
kept going.
because-
Well, maybe
Yeah.
not like
They didn't get
Like,
like,
they
but they
should have
They should have been
been up
bigger.
they
there.
definitely should have been
bigger.
bigger, and I'll give you that. But they didn't. They
But
didn't,
that was just off the top of my head.
But they didn't stop putting out records. They kept touring,
Right.
and they kept
Yeah, yeah.
like they're still a decent
Right.
band. Like
Yeah,
they're still
yeah.
decent sized band.
Right.
So
Crossfade was still a decent.
Dude, no, they're considered a new metal band. They really are.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, so
Maybe.
what's your answer?
Oh wait, I was thinking Crossbreed.
Crossbeat was tied, dude. Crossbeat was tied, dude.
but Crossfade gets lumped in with like butt rock bands.
Right,
though.
right.
Oh,
So,
okay,
it's
that's
true.
fair.
Yeah.
so it's like they get that radio.
Right.
though, so.
at me.
This is all nothing but us singing. It's ridiculous.
That's all it is. That's all
What's
this is.
your answer?
Yo,
Twisted Method.
I didn't think any dude. Their first record
Nobody
is
knows. Escaped from Cape Coma.
Oh, yes.
Escape from Cape
Yes.
Coma. Nobody
Oh my
knows that.
God.
Nobody knows that shit.
No, I
do you know this one?
Yes.
Look how crooked
but
your, like,
As soon as
foam
you
is
said it, though,
now.
you know what I thought? I thought
You
methods,
lost it on that,
I thought
too.
I love
methods
that.
of mayhem as soon as
Oh,
you said that. And
okay.
I was
Dude,
like,
no.
oh, yeah.
See,
Tommy
they
Lee,
get mixed
cool.
up. So,
Yeah,
so
great.
Twisted Method. I
Dude,
met them.
Twisted
I met
Method-
them at Ozfest when they played right after Moto Grader. Yeah, that's a name drop.
We can talk
And,
about Moto
dude,
Grader. We
I
can talk
love
Moto
it.
Grader.
I love Moto
That
Grader.
first
dude.
album
is incredible.
Dude, Motor Grader
incredible.
shits on Five Finger Death.
100%.
Really?
Yes.
Five Finger Death Punch. Why did you even get rich and famous?
First
that?
off,
Let's
Five
go back
Fing
to Motor
Death
Grader.
Pea? No.
Five
Finger Meth Punch.
Five fucking
Five
freak
Finger
punch.
Five Fing
Punch.
Death Pea? No.
And
Moto Grader.
so
Yeah.
so
Shout out Ivan Moody.
Twisted Method, dude. Yeah. You, Ghost Machine was better. Anyway,
Yeah, Twist Meth.
Twisted Method, bro.
Allegedly.
Oklahoma meth.
my DoorDash. We answered my DoorDash. I'm fixing to talk.
Yeah, we need to talk Twisted Method.
All right, so Twisted Method. I saw them at Ozfest. I saw them at Ozfest, and I got their autographs, and they all had like spiky hair and the big bald necklaces, and I was like, okay, this is cool. Let's see, and they fucking crushed it,
Dude, that singer, any old school new metal guys like us, if you want like a really good new metal record, check out Twisted Method,
Yes,
Escape
dude,
from Cape Coma.
dude. It's so
That
good.
singer is actually a really, really good
Wait,
singer.
is that the band with Dee Snider?
That dude hits like really good notes. He's got like cool patterns and
Yeah, dude, he does,
he's
and he
really
raps a little bit
he
here.
raps
and there,
he
and-
raps a
dude,
little
it's
bit.
So good.
Some of the guitar
That was a
riffs are actually
Twisted
kind of
Sister
heavy.
joke,
That
but-
band
but you get it.
basically
Okay,
the
whatever.
reason
Whatever.
the reason I think that
that's
band
fine.
doesn't get enough credit is because they were the entire new metal package. They
Right.
had the image, they had the songs, they
Yep.
had everything. They just came along a few years too late.
Yep.
They did a very well done, almost perfected version of what new metal was at the time.
I agree.
But they just did it a little too late.
Yep.
And they had some cool stuff like Ozfest, and they put out that one record, and then that was it. They were done after that.
so
But
good.
Twisted Method, man.
Twisted Method
that
is tight as fuck.
That was the band that doesn't get enough love,
They
and
don't.
they could have totally
I'm
killed
falling in
it.
love with this guy. They're one of my favorite bands.
You
dude.
know
Like,
what?
I'm
I
so
realized
glad
this week-
I got that response.
It's like this week I was like, Fuzz, we're doing these interviews, and you know what? I'm losing my best friend to all these people that he's like, you know what? Your friend's so cool. I like him. I'm gonna add him on Facebook. And
oh yeah, dude, Josh. I told Josh today. I was like, dude, we're best friends now. I hope you know that. And he's like, boy, mate, that's all right. Cool, sorry, dude.
he's like,
So
I'm gonna feed you the
I'm gonna
f***ing,
feed you
gummy
a
worm.
fucking gummy worm.
I would love to add you. I'm the singer of Within the Ruins, and I'm maxed out at
Oh,
5,000 friends. Right
my
now.
Oh wait, I thought
gosh.
Tim was.
Was
I'm sorry. I apologize.
was.
Again.
But-
I'm sorry, genuinely.
just kidding, Tim. I love you.
should we end on Twisted
Yeah,
Method?
let's end.
We can end on
End
Twisted
on
Method.
Twisted Method.
All right, cool.
And are we gonna?
We still basically scratched the surface of
It's
new
really
metal,
true.
but that's
Skin
Oh,
Dream.
man.
we
This is
gonna-
like a 10. This is like an 11-part series.
dude.
Are we
Yeah.
gonna do this this wrestling thing tonight?
Let's
Are we
wrestle.
doing wrestling or what? What's the
'Cause we
plan?
can put it-
Paulo's
You know
looking
what?
at Steve
How
like,
about
"Are you
this?
sure
I
you
think
want to do this?"
we're gonna eat first.
Yeah, and we're gonna play some wrestling.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
that
it.
sounds
I'm
good.
ready to
Yeah,
go.
man.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, I
cool.
got it.
So here it comes. We're Woo! And thanks for coming down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
dude,
Coming
Thanks
out.
for having
Thanks
us.
for
man.
coming
Thanks
out.
for
Coming
coming
up. Thanks for bringing Steve. Oh, you're welcome.
Hey, thanks for.
Why
Did you drive?
I did.
Driver.
Driver, though.
Driver, can you stop watching?
Oh,
Anyways,
dude,
yeah.
the soft
Hey,
He's
come
done.
back, Paulo. Come back, dude.
come back. Come on.
Baby,
come on back.
But yeah,
Hey, but for real, yeah. Thanks for
Yeah.
having us, though.
hey, no problem. I would love to have you guys down
Dude,
whenever
wh-
you guys want to come.
Let's
down.
do it. Part 3, Part 4. Part 5.
One time,
Definitely.
my
We're not
boss
that
was
far
walking
away.
in the room. I changed the lyrics to that song to "Baby, come on my back," and my boss walked in, and she was just like, "Really, Chris? That's what we're fucking doing?" Yeah.
That reminds me of Chris Pratt, and he's like, they're like, who got the biggest comebacks this year? She's
Kim
like,
Kardashian.
Kardashian. She had some come over back.
Anyway. She had some come on her back, though. You know?
Yeah, now she's getting
Anyway, I'm
divorced.
sorry.
All right,
I'm
yeah,
sorry
yeah.
to interrupt.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, yes, thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Check
dude.
out Within the Ruins. Plug it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. New album, Blackheart, available now. It's
dope.
everywhere.
It was
Sick.
available to pick up in November, but now it's available now.
Yeah. And
Yeah, at Within the Ruins official on Instagram, at Steve
the Mess everywhere.
on everything, and at Paolo the Mess on IG.
I love you, Joe.
Just IG.
And also,
Joe,
thanks
drum.
for going to the Within the Ruins Facebook
drummer,
to
I
find
love you
out this
too.
video exists. And
Oh, yeah.
finding us.
And the
Yeah.
Instagram. I might put it on the Instagram. Might put it on the tweets.
We needed all of it, dude.
Tight, dude.
All of it.
And also, shout out Joe.
Joe
out-
Drummer.
Shout out Joe Coach.
Drummer.
Tinbridge Brewing.
Tinbridge
Joe
Brewing.
Drummer. Why haven't you been on the show, Joe? Why don't you guys answer?
Joe's all
he's
married
busy.
now.
Answer my texts and stuff.
Brewing beer.
Answer my text at some point for the love of beer, please. Send me some Tinbridge so I can enjoy it while we do the.
Is anyone like a movie buff?
Oh, that's
That's
a whole nother
that's
video.
a-
guys.
Is it
nother
because
video.
drummer is one?
Yeah, drummer.
Yeah,
drummer.
drummer will talk.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't do a ton of interviews and stuff, but he'll talk movies. with you
Dude,
for
He'll
sure.
talk
Oh,
movies.
He can nerd
I'll
out with
get
you.
him.
He'll do
What-
comic book
Dude,
shit with you all
he
day.
did. One day he sat there for like 45 minutes telling me about the Walking Dead comic that he was reading while we were on tour, and he was just like, "It's fucking incredible." And you just saw him on his phone.
Dude, I remember he had those. That's right.
And I was just like, "What are you doing?" He's, Walking Dead.
But yeah, shout out
Like, he
Joe.
was just reading. Oh, it was awesome.
Shout out drummer. We want
Love
you on
you
the
guys.
show. So, you guys already gave your plug, right?
Yeah.
I think
All
we
right.
plugged.
All right.
I think we
guys,
plugged pretty
If
hard.
you have any comments or questions, hit us up at
Please do.
worshipwithyourbeard@gmail.com. We'll try to get whoever you guys want, or we'll just take
Or
some
maybe just us
suggestions.
again.
Or just
Maybe
fluff
just
us
us
up.
again.
Be like,
Fluff us.
we like
Gotta
you.
puff that up.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
that
Thanks
gummy.
for viewing. See you later.
Bye. The guy we're writing our music with here, our buddy J Town.
Nice name.
We finished some songs, some drums today, and he sent it to J Town, and he was like, "Oh, man, he doesn't get what I want him to do." So Mike recorded a voice message and was like, and he mouthed the whole thing. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It took me back, dude.
And then he's like this, and then sends you.